right, so welcome back to the channel, guys. It is me, 8744. So today, guys, we're going to be doing our live stream to discuss about this weekend recap, man. There's so much to discuss, man, so much to discuss. We're going to start first with the Premier League. I don't know if we're going to have any guests on for today. I think it'll just be me alone, which is fine. And yeah, so like I said, guys, we're going to go ahead and get started. Let's not waste any further time. And yeah, so let's see how many people we got here in the chat. So we got 3 people watching. Let me do something real quick, guys, and I'll be back. All right, I'm back. Just needed to fix something. All right, so let's start this. Let's start this, man. We're gonna start with the Premier League, everyone's favorite league in the world. And yeah, we're gonna start. So let me get my timestamp here. And yeah, so let's start with the EPL. EPL, man, EPL. So let's start with the EPL. I'll read you guys' comments when I go through. So when it comes to the Premier League this week, guys, let's talk about it, guys. Right. So let's start with the first match we got here. It is round 11. So we got Brentford 3, Bournemouth 2. Shout out to Brentford for getting that win at home against Bournemouth, which is to be expected. And yeah, so Brentford got the win there. Then Fulham beat Crystal Palace 2-0 on the road. So shout out to Fulham for getting the win. West Ham 0, Everton 0. Good result there for Everton there as a road team. Wolves 2, Southampton 0. And now the game I really want to discuss about, guys, is Brighton 2, Manchester City 1. Brighton, man. Shout out to Brighton. Shout out to Brighton, guys. Because Brighton have now done because this is the first time ever in Manchester City history they lost 4 games in a row. 4 games in a row. This has never happened before, guys. And for Manchester City, man, is this team really Rodri FC? And you know what? I'm going to do a poll, guys. Is Rodri that important to Man City? Because I'm sorry to say, if your team, because I understand Rodri is an amazing player. I understand Rodri is key. But I'm sorry, your entire team can't be just built on Rodri. And my issue with Manchester City is that Rodri is just so important. Like, because remember, guys, last season they only lost one game with Rodri. That was the FA Cup final. This season, they have not been great without Rodri. And I feel like Rodri's absence has been huge because, I'm sorry, Kovacic just doesn't fill it. Gundogan just doesn't it. There's no player that's on Rodri's level in this DM position. And I feel like for Manchester City, they're very reliant on Rodri. Very, very reliant on Rodri. And that's what the key thing is. Now, keep in mind, KDB did not play this game. In fact, I don't think he only played for like 15 minutes. So I think KDB is still not fully fit. But my goodness me, man, Manchester City really do need Rodri. I think Rodri's absence is very much needed in this team, and I think this team desperately needs Rodri. Without Rodri, they just aren't the same. They aren't the same, and I think it's actually a really big blow for Rodri that Manchester City are struggling. So now let's not get too ahead of ourselves, guys, because the thing, and also another thing I also want to make mention here, guys. Manchester City attacking was not great. Saviano hasn't been great. Nunes has not been great. I honestly feel like the City team, Bernardo Silva just hasn't been cutting it. And the City team don't really have any good wingers. Like Doku, it's not been that great. And yeah, I mean, I just think that City, man, they're really lacking offensively. And I think they really do need Haaland to step up because Foden, I just don't think it's been that great. Like let's be real, guys. City haven't been good this season, guys. They haven't been that great this season. It's just that City is one of those teams that's difficult to beat. And City are so difficult to beat in that sense. So I just feel like for me, Manchester City, it just don't look that great offensively. Defensively, look very vulnerable as well. But here's the thing with Manchester City, guys, is that what makes them very hard to beat and what the reason why they usually win the Premier League is because the fact they rarely lose and they go on a second half winning streak in the second half of the season. Second half of the season, they're like unstoppable. Unstoppable. So if you're going to beat Manchester City to the title, you have to do the first half of the season. You have to do what like Liverpool did. Liverpool went perfect that first half of the season. Only dropped points, I think it was Old Trafford 4 years ago. And that's where you could beat Manchester City. Because if you allow Manchester City to get back in the title race in the second half, it's going to be bad. And I still believe, guys, I'm still going to say Manchester City is going to win this league. I still believe they are. But let me just say, it's gonna be very sketchy. It's gonna be very close, and I do think this Manchester City team is not as good as years before. I think the Manchester City team is starting to slowly regress, and I think this team is starting to get its tired out, fatigued out, and I think this team just doesn't have the same kind of um the same kind of just they're just not as motivated as they were before. So yeah, I mean, I want to see what you guys are saying, man. Is Man City really Rodri FC? Because I personally think they might be. Uh, is Manchester City really Rodri FC? So let me read you guys' comments. Well, Grand Matt Ed says robbery. I'm not a Barcelona. That should have been a goal, but that. Hello, Dinga says we might not be here for long because I'm going to go somewhere. Pep's in trouble. Oh yeah. Rodri support. That might be Man City's downfall. Do you see USA lost against Mexico? Huh? What? I'm not sure what you're talking about. I don't know how this is relevant here. Oh, are you talking about the friendly? Are you talking about the friendly that happened? That's a friendly. We're talking about EP. We're talking about the league recap, man. So let's not talk about other stuff. Prime Barca says, "Yo, Arsenal could win if they have a striker. Jesus nor Havertz cut it." Roger Carey. These results prove it. Interstellar. I mean, that's to be cool. It says why. Yeah, I mean, I just think that, like I said, for Manchester City, man, they just don't look as good offensively. Like the Manchester City just looked very, very shaky today. So I think for Manchester City, man, I just think it's crazy, man. It's crazy to see because let's be real, guys. Manchester City, they should win this Premier League, but with the way they've been playing, they may not win the Premier League. So we'll see, man. We'll see what happens, man. But yeah, let's move, man. Let's move to the next one. Liverpool to Aston Villa now. Liverpool, man, they're looking really good. Arne Slot's done an amazing job with this team, guys. I'm telling you this right now, guys. If Arne Slot wins Liverpool the Premier League in his first season, guys, we're having an emergency stream. Because I'm sorry, if that happens, Pep Guardiola, Mikel Arteta, especially Mikel Arteta, you ought to be ashamed of yourself, Mikel Arteta. Mikel Arteta should get sacked if that happens. Liverpool, can they win this league? They can. They definitely can. And I think Liverpool have the potential to win this league. But the issue for Liverpool is I just don't trust Nunes. I don't trust Nunes. I'm sorry. I don't think Nunes is that clinical striker because the problem with Nunes is he's a hot and cold player. Sometimes he can give you amazing moments and then sometimes he can brick it up. He's very much like an inconsistent player. That's the problem with Nunes is that he's very inconsistent. And the thing is, I don't think Nunes is on the level of Sadio Mane. I don't think he is. Because remember, the last time when Liverpool won the Premier League, Salah obviously did his thing, but Sadio Mane also contributed as well. Sadio Mane was very key. And I think people aren't realizing how important Sadio Mane was for that Liverpool team. He was so important. Gravenberch was amazing. I thought Van Dijk's been amazing. Keller's been great. And I just think for Liverpool, man, what they really need to win this league is they need a top striker. Because the thing is, I just don't think Nunes is that guy that could score like 20 to 30 goals. I think he can maybe score like 10 to 15. And I feel like Nunes, for me, I don't know if you guys agree with me on this. I think Nunes is more of a moments player than a consistent player. I think that's what he is more capable of. But I mean, for Liverpool, as I said, man, I would love for them to win the league. I would love for them to win the league. And I think Salah, if he wins 2 Premier League titles, that's going to be huge for his legacy in the Premier League. Because for me, he's already an all-timer EPL. But if he wins another Premier League and it serves a crucial part, you can make it. There's more argument to put him in the all-time 11. So yeah, like I said, for Liverpool, man, we'll see if they could win this Premier League. I don't think they will, but yeah, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Today was a good day. AAK Europe 2025 Coco just won the league. All right, congrats to you, Sebastian. As Ricola says, yeah, we're gonna get to the Barca game. I just want to talk about the EPL first, and then we'll get to the Barca game. So I'm gonna actually start that. So just give Liverpool the league. Liverpool, Barca, UCL final Wembley there. That would be an amazing final, but I don't think it's going to happen. It won't happen, sadly. It's just too good to be true. It won't happen, sadly. I would love for it to happen, but it won't happen. I'm almost positive in saying that. It remains to be seen, but Liverpool need depth for the second half. That's also another thing, because Liverpool need depth. I think Liverpool need, because the thing is, if Salah goes down, I think Liverpool are in big trouble. Big trouble, because I'm sorry, there's no one that's on the level of Salah in this team. Salah is by far the best player. And we know how consistent Salah is. Salah's been really good. So, yeah, Liverpool, man. Good win for them against Aston Villa. Aston Villa were very poor. And Diego Carlos, what was he doing there for the second goal? Stupid mistake there. And Salah capitalizes upon it. And yeah, man, so huge win there. And then Manchester United 3, Leicester City 0. Congratulations to Manchester United. You guys finally get a win against Leicester City. Back-to-back wins for Manchester United. It's been a long time we've been able to say that. And yeah, Manchester United, they got the win. Bruno Fernandes was particularly great. Obviously, Garnacho was amazing off the bench. He scored a lovely goal there. But yeah, like I said, for Leicester City, they're just abysmal. I think this team really needs Jimmy Vardy. I don't think this team is good without Vardy. And yeah, we'll be interested to see how Leicester can do, because I hope Leicester City survive. But if they it would be sad to see them go down. But we'll see, man. We'll see what happens. And yeah. Moving on, we have Nottingham Forest 1, Newcastle 3. Newcastle got a win on the road against Nottingham Forest. And Nottingham Forest has been great this season, guys. You have to give them credit. Nottingham Forest has been amazing this season. They're right now. They were, I think, fourth coming into this game. And where they are on the table, we'll check that afterwards. But yeah, Newcastle, they got the win on the road. Isak scoring there. Joelinton, Harvey Barnes, Murillo opened the score. And I think Newcastle look amazing, guys. They look fantastic. But for Nottingham Forest, man, I think they just weren't good enough on the day. I think Newcastle just overall have better quality. And I think Nottingham Forest just were underwhelming, man. Underwhelming. Tottenham 1, Ipswich Town 2. Tottenham, man. Tottenham is a joke team, guys. Like, how do you beat Aston Villa 4-1 and then lose at home to Ipswich? Like, this is the problem with Tottenham. There's a reason why I don't have Tottenham making the top 4, guys. In fact, I'm going to tell you guys how I think the table is going to finish. But Tottenham is not getting Champions League next season. And if they somehow do, it'll be a miracle. Because I'm sorry, this Tottenham team is very inconsistent. Very inconsistent. Because I'm sorry, Dragusin, he's been terrible. Made 2 mistakes. He made a mistake in this game and then made a mistake against Galatasaray. The guy defensively so abysmal, making so many mistakes there. And I think you can tell with Spurs is just that the Spurs team, they really need more players to step up for them in the final third. Because I'm sorry to say, man, because this thing is, I love Son. Son is, in my opinion, one of their best player without a doubt. But you cannot be relying on Son to beat Ipswich. It's crazy. If you can't beat Ipswich at home, I don't know what to say. And I'm sorry, with all due respect, this is Ipswich Town. And this is Ipswich Town. They haven't been in the Premier League for quite some time. The fact that Ipswich came into your crib and managed to beat you guys is embarrassing. I'm sorry. This is disgraceful for Tottenham. Tottenham, you're a joke team. You can't be losing at home to Ipswich. Tottenham, if you want me to take you seriously, you got to be winning these games, because it's all good and all. Beating Aston Villa, beating Manchester City. But what's the point if you can't beat Crystal Palace? What's the point if you can't beat Ipswich Town? Because you have to continue good form. You can't just be winning games here and there. You need to be consistent. Yeah, Tottenham, man, disgraceful. And yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what Tottenham do upcoming, because yeah, I dare Tottenham. I dare Tottenham to not finish in the top 5. But yeah, we'll see what Tottenham does, man. We'll see what Tottenham does. And yeah. All right, and then the final game we got here, guys. Chelsea 1, Arsenal 1. Man. Guys, I'm actually about making a video about this, guys. The EPL big matches. I'm debating whether I do as a members or as a regular video. I may do for members. Because I'm sorry to say, guys, the top 6 matches in the EPL, oh my goodness gracious me. It is so mid. It is so mid. Every single, because you know the thing is, I only like to watch Premier League when it comes to big matches. Most of the big matches I've seen this season and the top 6 have been so mediocre. So mediocre. You know, guys, both teams had a combined total of 3 shots on target. 3 shots on target. That first half alone, both teams had 1 shot on target. 1 shot on target. Okay, sure. The second half got better. The second half was better, and I do think it was more better. But the level was so low to begin with that, of course, the second half is going to naturally be better. You know, and Arsenal, man, they almost won this game. That goal there from Martinelli, great goal there from Odegaard, great assist there, great ball, a great pass over the top for Odegaard. Martinelli scores to make it 1-0. Then Chelsea equalized. Pedro Neto there with the equalizer. What a goal that was from Pedro Neto. Great individual brilliance there. And Gusto there, he should have scored that goal. And then Arsenal, man, they had some late chances at the end. And Havertz, man, he should have scored that chance right at the end, man. And remember, guys, Havertz actually scored early in the game, right before, I think it was the first half. And he did the silence of the crowd. He did the celebration only for it to get disallowed. But yeah, man, Arsenal, man, I think these guys are done. I don't think Arsenal's competing for a title because look at this, guys. Arsenal are 9 points off of Liverpool. 9 points off of Liverpool. And we've only played 11 games this season. I don't think Arsenal will win the title race. I don't think Arsenal will win the title. I think Arsenal are actually battling for top 4. And Chelsea, I think, will finish 4th. I think Chelsea will get 4th. And I think it'll be Liverpool, Man City. And I think Manchester City's still going to do it. So for Arsenal, as I said, man, Trossard and Havertz, man. And we got to have a convo, guys, about Chelsea and Arsenal because I'm sorry. The best players for the respected teams, because Cole Palmer ghosted. Cole Palmer was awful. Where was Cole Palmer? I didn't see Cole Palmer on the day. I think the best player for Chelsea was actually Moises Caicedo. I thought Moises Caicedo was amazing in midfield. He ran the midfield. He controlled the midfield. He did the tempo of the game. He made those brilliant passes. He was so good in the midfield. I thought he was amazing. I think Caicedo was very good. As for Arsenal, I think their best player was Odegaard. Odegaard was key. Guys, I've said this before, and I'm going to continue to say this again. Odegaard is Arsenal's best player. It's not Bukayo Saka. It's not Bukayo Saka. It is Odegaard. Odegaard's the best player because he gives you that creativity. He gives you that He gives you that creative spark that Saka doesn't provide. Saka is good, and I think Saka is a better goal scorer than Odegaard. But I think Odegaard is a better overall player than Saka. That's just my opinion. And yet for Arsenal, as I said, man, it's a missed opportunity, man. Because even though the game was quite even, I honestly felt like Arsenal were really pushing for that goal. And you could tell that Arsenal were really pushing for those last couple of chances. They had Trossard, then Havertz there. Trossard there, the 96th minute, he should have scored that chance, man. And yeah, they should have. And Trossard again. And yeah, Chelsea for me, man, they just weren't that. Yeah, just underwhelming, man, for Arsenal. But yeah, Arsenal, man, it's going to be interesting to see what happens. But yeah, I think a draw is probably a fair result. I think a draw for this game was a fair result. And looking at the table right here, guys, we have our top 4 settled. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens. And Nottingham Forest 5th. Dang, Tottenham is 10th. Is crazy. Tottenham 10th is mad. Manchester United on 13th is also disgraceful. And look at the relegation, man. So because the thing is for the Premier League guys, I think we can all agree that it's going to be, I think Liverpool City are battling for the title. I think Arsenal is just battling for top 4, and I think Chelsea. Now, I think the interesting question is who's going to get that 5th spot, because I think that 5th spot is very difficult to call. Because I would have said I might be edging towards Villa, but Villa haven't been that great, guys. Villa have been underwhelming, so that 5th spot is very difficult to call, very difficult. But yeah, I mean Liverpool, Man City, I think are battling out for this title race. So, and Manchester City, man, are they Rodri FC? Because it seems like so far they haven't been that great. And I just think for Manchester City, man, they really do need Rodri. And Rodri is pretty much out for the season. So it's a shame, man. It's a shame to see what happens. But yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. So we're at 18 minutes of stream. Let me read some of you guys' comments. It remains to be seen, but Liverpool need depth for the second half. I think we're banter him. I don't know who are a joke. Arsenal taught them. That's a good question. I would say both. I would say both are in the same level. And yeah, Arsenal sell Interstellar. Lamin says, yeah, Hellways were again. Cucurella, Poking Saka was cash money. Oh yeah, Cucurella was amazing. Both Saka and Palmer ghosted. I told you all about Arsenal. Manchester City needs to sign players in January. That's actually a good point. Tari makes a good point. If Manchester City do not sign anyone in January, then Liverpool may win this league. I'm assuming that Manchester City will make a sign in January for the DM replacement, and I'm assuming they're going to find someone. But if Manchester City do not find someone, then maybe Liverpool might win this league. Because I'm sorry, I just don't see Manchester City win this league without Rodri. Because if Manchester City do not make any signings and still win this league, then I'm inducting this league. I'm telling you this right now, guys. I'm calling this league out a joke. There's no okay. I'm sorry to say. Actually, let me ask you guys this question: if Man City do not sign anyone in the January window and still win this league, is it embarrassing without Rodri? Because I would say yes. Because we're made to believe that Rodri is the best player. And Rodri is so important to this team. He brings a defensive spine. He brings a midfield control. Like, he is so integral to this team. That's what I've been hearing people tell me. So, yeah. Like I said, if Manchester City win this league without Rodri, it's going to look bad. It's going to look bad for the other teams. I'm sorry. And I'm assuming they don't make any replacement. That's going to look bad. That's going to look very, very bad to see what happens. So we'll see if Manchester City do it. Arsenal are so overrated. They need a back striker for Holland too. Yes, it is. Brandon Blanc says, Subtari. I thought Man City re-signing Gundogan was a great move, but it wasn't a hindsight. Yeah, Gundogan's been very underwhelming, guys. Gundogan's not been great. And like I said, guys, this Man City team look very, very average. They don't look as good as they were. So, all right. So, most of you guys are saying yes. And let me ask, and let's do one final poll real quick, guys. Man United are very mid. Yes, they are. They are mid. Gundogan was kind of good, bro. Not gonna lie. Oh yeah, from a Barca point of view, it was actually good for us to let him go because obviously at first I was actually mad we let him go, but actually I think it was the right idea because he's getting up there in age and just isn't like at the level of everyone else. So I think it was actually a good decision for us to let him go. A guy called Simpson was really Trevor Mans and he needs to change his name. So, all right, guys, let's move on to La Liga, guys. La Liga time. La Liga. La Liga, man. La Liga. So let's start with the first game which you got here is round 13. We got here is Las Palmas 3, Rayo Vallecano 1. Las Palmas getting a big away win there. Rayo was actually impressive. Las Palmas have not been that great this season. The fact that they're able to do so is quite astonishing. And yeah, I just thought they were pretty good on the day. And yeah, it's actually a really good win. Then moving on to Real Madrid 4, Osasuna 0. Now, Real Madrid, man. Wow. Big win for them. And I think this was a needed win for Real Madrid. But the issue for Real Madrid is I still feel like there's an Mbappe issue. Mbappe is still not working for this Real Madrid team. And I think for Real Madrid, the issue for them is Militao is just, and also Militao's out with the ACL. Militao is out with an ACL, making it very difficult for Real Madrid because now they have to bring in this guy with I've never heard of. His name is Raul Asensio. I've never heard of him before, so maybe you guys can let me know in the chat. But yeah, I mean, Real Madrid, they need to find a way to get Mbappe connected because I'm sorry, Mbappe just doesn't look good. I'm sorry, Mbappe looks very average. He just doesn't look great. And I think Mbappe needs to realize that I have to cater to this team. This team can't cater to me because I'm sorry, you're not the main guy of this team, Mbappe. It's Vini. This is Vini's team. You have to help Vini out. And you're not gonna get Vini to help you. You're not the main guy of this team. And I think Mbappe has to lower his ego. And I think Mbappe has a big ego. Because the thing is for Mbappe in particular, man, we've seen him before in these positions. Like the guy gets in positions, but he just can't score. And I think for Mbappe, see, the thing is it's a positional issue, but I think it's also more of an arrogance issue. I think Mbappe is thinking, it's air. And I think Mbappe is just not as good as technically as we had made him, as we were thought to believe. So I think for Mbappe in particular, man, you just have to improve, man, because I'm sorry to say, Mbappe, you're not just going to walk in here in La Liga and expect to get the trophy. You need to earn the trophy. This isn't a League on where you could just stroll in there and just like, get it for you, gift it to you. You have to earn the trophy this season. And for Mbappe in particular, I think he's realizing that, hey, this isn't as straightforward as I thought it would be. And Mbappe, man, you made the mistake of joining Real Madrid too late. I even told you guys this. I think was it the Champions League semifinals. I told you guys that do Real Madrid really need Mbappe? Because the thing is, Real Madrid didn't really need Mbappe. They just got Mbappe because his name is so big. He's one of the biggest players. He's one of the most integral players. He's one of the best players in the world. And obviously, you can't say no to a World Cup winner at age 19. You just can't. So, my issue for Mbappe in particular is what's going on with you? And also, guys, did you guys hear that Mbappe skipped the Nations League games? Which I think is disgraceful. And you're the captain of the team. You're supposed to serve as an example. It's just ridiculous to see what Mbappe is doing. And yeah, Mbappe, man, you just have to improve as a player, man. You just aren't that good as you thought. And you need to do more training. You need to do more of everything. You're just not in, man. You're not him. And if you want us to take you seriously, you have to do it. And shout out to Vinicius, man. Scored a hat-trick there. He was amazing, obviously. Jude also scored as well. Rodrigo's out. Vasquez is out. Militao is out. And Real Madrid are going to need to buy some players at January window. They're going to need to buy some players in the January window if they want to win this league, in my personal opinion. We'll see what happens, man. We'll see what happens. Let me read some guys' comments. Um, I think they somehow will manage to win. Militao for the whole season. Wire players getting ACL left and right. Justifies Rodri's Ballon d'Or win even more. Real Madrid need to sign a center back. Real Madrid need to sign players in Germany too. Militao will be a big loss. And Mbappe's not a striker. I agree. I need to see Vini do this for Brazil. Every time Vini plays for Brazil, he's always Vini from Easter Island. Wow. That's crazy, man. Respect Easter Island. He doesn't have the same passion for Brazil. He is a system player. Ooh, okay. Tari's coming with the shots blazing, man. Is Vini a system player? I'm not going to comment. I'm not going to comment, but I can see where you're coming from, Tari. I can see where you're coming from because that you might be right. You may be right, but let's not get too ahead of ourselves. Let's see what Vini does for the rest of the season. And obviously, let's see how, because the thing is, you know what I know for sure? I think it's the perfect way to answer this question. Because I'm assuming that Carlo Ancelotti, let's say that Carlo Ancelotti leaves and Vini and a new coach comes in. And if he flops, then yes, you can make the argument. But until then, I don't think you can say that just yet. But you may be right, though, Tari, because he's not been good for Brazil. But I think Brazil national team is a whole deeper problem than Vini. I think the Brazil have bigger issues than Vini. Vini is not the biggest issue for Brazil. Brazil are just so bad in general. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens. It's going to be interesting to see what happens. Does that make sense, though, Tari? Yes, you could say that, though. We call Foden system play for performance with England. So why is it different with Vini? He was off at the 2020 World Cup, 2020 for Copa America. I don't think it was that bad in the World Cup, but yeah, he was not good in the Copa America. He was not good in the Copa America whatsoever. All right, guys, get the likes up, man. Get the likes up, man. Remember, guys, get the likes up. We're at 5 likes, guys. Let's try to get to 10 likes for today's stream, man. Get the likes, man. Get the likes up, man. Get the likes up, man. Get the likes up. All right, let's move, man. Let's move to the next game we got here. It is Villarreal 3, Deportivo Alaves 0, as expected. Espanyol 1, Sevilla 0. Sevilla, man. Very disappointing. How are you losing to Leganes, man? Oh, sorry, it was Leganes, not Espanyol. Real Betis 2, Celta Vigo 2. Good result there for Celta Vigo on the road. And Real Betis, man, very disappointing there. And then obviously next one we got here is Mallorca 0, Atletico Madrid 1. Atletico Madrid got the away win. They finally get an away win there for Atletico Madrid. Alvarez scored the goal. Guys, I still don't think Atletico Madrid are that great. They need to improve off the defense. They need to improve their away form if they want to win the league. Not great for them. And then obviously Getafe 0, Girona 1. Huge win for Girona on the road. And it's actually back-to-back wins for Girona, man, which is good to see. So I'm glad to see Girona got the win there on the road against Getafe. Da-di-da-di-da. And then we move on to Real Valladolid 1, Athletic Club 1. Athletic Club got the last-minute equalizer there from Cesaro, which was a huge, huge goal. Great moment for him. And yeah, for Real Valladolid, man, it's so sad. It's so sad to see what happened to them. Then Real Sociedad 1, Barca 0. I'm sure you guys want to hear my thoughts on this game. Now, let me just say this right now as a Barca fan. We deserve to lose this game. Let's not kid ourselves here. We didn't deserve to get a result in this game. But at the same time, we deserve to get a goal. So if this was a fair game, the game should have ended like 4-1 or 3-1. It should have ended 1-0. Because it makes me wonder, what if we got that goal? We could have maybe got a draw in this game. Because I'm sorry. When you look at the linesman, when you look on the social media, guys, the Real Sociedad player literally kept him on side. And I don't know how this goal got disallowed. I thought it was very disgraceful. And you guys know I'm usually one that's not complaining about referees. You know, Barca fans are generally like that. So, like, for me, man, that goal should have counted. But let's be real, guys. As much as I say that goal should have counted, Real Sociedad did deserve to win this. We were awful in this game, guys. I believe we didn't get a single shot on target in this game, guys. Oh, sorry, my bad. We only got 1 shot on target. So, as much as I say we should have got the goal, we also didn't deserve to get a result in this game. That's the weird thing, guys, is that we didn't deserve to get a result, but we also should have got that goal. So, for Real Sociedad, man, they should have won this game by a bigger margin. The amount of chances they missed is crazy. They missed so many chances. And that's been like pretty much the big issue for Real Sociedad this season. They just aren't clinical in the final third. They mess up so many times in the final third. They just are wasteful in the final third. The amount of chances that Real Sociedad missed in the final third is ridiculous. And I'm sorry, Oyarzabal, He should have scored that chance the first half. He should have scored that goal. That was a great moment for him. He should have scored. I don't know how he missed that chance. And Real Sociedad, man, they should have won this game. They should have won this game by a big margin. Also, Becker also missed up some brilliant chances. And for Barcelona, man, we were abysmal on the day. Absolute trash. And some players I have to call them out. I'm sorry, Fermin Lopez. I respect you, Fermin Lopez. You're a great player. You just aren't built as a winger. I think Frankie de Jong was also abysmal. I think Frankie de Jong and Lopez and Koundé were the worst players on the day. Worst players on the day. And sorry, Frankie de Jong, you got to strip that captaincy from you. I don't want to see you as a captain of this team. Frankie de Jong, you have to leave. Frankie de Jong, this is your last season for me. If you do not improve this season, I want you out of this club. I want you out because we're giving you so much time at this team, guys. We're giving you since like 2020. You have been here for 4 years and you haven't produced a quality grid season. I'm only giving you one last season because we have a new manager, so I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. But if you don't improve this season, you have to get out. I'm sorry, you have to get out of this team. Fermin Lopez, you're a good player, but you're not built as a winger. If you're going to play Fermin Lopez, you got to play him as a center mid. And Jules Koundé, I respect you. You've been so solid this season. This is one of your worst games. Becker cooked you on the day. Becker destroyed you on the day. You are getting cooked and destroyed. And for Barcelona, man, we need to start Dani Olmo. Dani Olmo has to start. He has to start more. And guys, and I think this is huge, guys. Barcelona might be Yamal FC. We are reliant on a 17-year-old. That's crazy. For one of the biggest clubs in the world, to rely on a 17-year-old is crazy. And don't worry, Lamine Yamal is amazing. He's talented. He's so amazing. His vision, his technique, his shooting, his passing is very good. But to rely on a 17-year-old is very sad. And I believe I think there's been 2 games where Yamal hasn't played at all. He hasn't played the full 90, and this is one of those games. And for those wondering why Yamal didn't play this game, is because Yamal was rested. He was rested. And I think you could see that without Lamine Yamal, this team really struggles offensively. And for Hansi Flick, I think this is a reality check. Because we've been so good. We destroyed Bayern. We destroyed Real Madrid. We're looking so good and everything like that. We destroyed Alaves. We destroyed Getafe. But Yamal's played almost all those games. The one game that Yamal didn't play at all, you see the issues with Barca team. And I think Yamal is very crucial to this team. It's actually a shame. It's actually a shame to see how Barca is reliant on Lamine Yamal. Don't get me wrong. Yamal is an amazing player. There is no denying that. But to rely on a Lamine Yamal is crazy. You cannot be relying on Lamine Yamal for all the time. It's crazy. Like, you shouldn't be relying on Lamine Yamal this much. So, yeah. It's going to be interesting to see what happens. And yeah, I'm just very disappointed. Now, I still think we're La Liga favorites. I still think we're the favorites to win La Liga. Let's not kid ourselves with that. But it worries me in the sense of how reliant on Yamal. And it also makes me wonder what we're going to do in the latter stages of the Champions League. Like, what if Yamal doesn't have a good game? Are we going to be bad? So, like, I'm sorry, you can't be relying on a 17-year-old. Yeah, you can't be relying on a 17-year-old week in, week out. And it's just a shame, man. It's a shame because I really do believe. Because here's the thing, guys. If Yamal might be going like Ansu Fati. Ansu Fati was so good for us. Then he got that big ACL, big injury. He wasn't been the same since then. If Yamal gets a big injury, he might be finished. He genuinely might be finished. So I'm praying that Yamal doesn't get an injury. We have to pray, guys, as football fans. Because if Yamal gets injury, we are finished as a football club. It sucks to say these kind of words, and I feel so bad in saying this, but I'm being truthful here in saying this. I'm being truthful when I'm saying this. So let's go ahead and read you guys' comments. I actually start some comments because where were we there? Bro, we were so bad today. Yamal FC plus ref text. Yamal FC now. No, we are Yamal FC, man. Peak Sociedad should have scored 5. Yeah, Sociedad should have scored so many goals this game, man. Sociedad should have scored so many goals. They were so much better. There are players in the Brazilian league who I prefer Vini for Brazil. Yeah, that is true. That is true. I can't believe I look at Madrid as La Liga favorites. I wonder how Salah is doing at Atletico. He's not been that great, man. He's been very underwhelming. No Yamal, no party. What Barca legit got robbed. Like I said earlier, we got robbed, but at the same time, we didn't deserve to get a result in this game. we didn't deserve to get a result. As much as I say that, like we deserve, like that's like what I said before, guys. This is why I say Barcelona should have lost, but we should have got a goal. Like the fair score would have been like a 3-1, 3-1 or 2-1. Like the game should have ended 1-0. That's all I'm saying. So yeah. Whoever made that decision needs to be fired. Michael Tesla will call Sociedad Rainforest Cafe FC. Yeah. I've never been to Rainforest Cafe. Do you think Man City will sign Zubimendi? Yeah, potentially. There's been rumors. And guys, I'm saying this right now, guys. If Man City signs Zubimendi, Real Sociedad are finished. Guys, Real Sociedad will be finished. That happens. I'm saying this right now, guys. If Zubimendi leaves Real Sociedad middle of the season, then Real Sociedad are finished. They're not. I don't even think they'll get to European football. I think they're done because there is no one on the level of Zubimendi on this team. There's no one on this level. But yeah, it's about still safe football in the year 2024 final. Yeah, that's true. Ding dong, this is epic, right? Why was Yamal not there? He needs a rest. Yamal should go over to Spain for the international break. He's 17 too. Yamal should go to Spain for the international break. He's 72. Yeah, he shouldn't go. At 17, I was still in high school, and Yamal is already playing at Barca. Dang, I still can't believe Fati's at Barca. This is why I'm not in favor of the Nations League because they're worthless competition. Because people are getting injured left and right. Yeah, I think we just happen to play bad when Yamal's not here. Especially when they're awful opinion. I don't think we lost because Yamal wasn't here. We just played bad overall. Yeah, we could say that Interstellar, but the thing is, we don't know for reality. And the thing is, we're saying this hypothetically, but I genuinely believe that this team really does need Yamal. That's just my personal opinion, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. You know, I've been wrong before on several occasions. So, I don't know, man. I personally, so let me actually do a poll, guys. Let's actually do a poll. It's actually an interesting one. Let me see what you guys are saying here in the chat. So, is Barca Yamal FC? And you would have at least drawn the game if Yamal was there. Because the thing is, guys, we didn't have a single shot on target. That's crazy. Like, not even a single shot on target is crazy. Not a single shot on target is crazy. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. That's crazy, man. Crazy. All right. Then España Valencia got postponed, so we will see what happens there. Valencia. I hope things get better for Valencia. And then let's move to the next game, man. Let's move to the next game. Let's talk about Bundesliga. Because Bundesliga, man, we got some interesting results this week in the Bundesliga. Round 10. So Union Berlin, Freiburg, it ended up being a 0-0 draw. Not too surprising. Both teams are very defensive, and yeah, I'm not surprised that ended in a draw. Leverkusen, man. I think it's fair to say Leverkusen is done. I don't think Leverkusen's win the Bundesliga. I think I'm sorry to say. I think Leverkusen is getting very much like. I think the pressure is getting to them. I think the pressure is getting to Leverkusen, and I just feel like this Leverkusen team just doesn't have as strong mentality as they did last season. And I think this Leverkusen team is starting to kind of like they're starting to be like passengers, like going through the motions and everything. Because I'm sorry, you can't be drawn away at Bochum. And Bochum got a last minute equalizer. So Leverkusen, man, I think they just don't look the same as last season. And I think Leverkusen, they're gonna have to realize that this title is gonna be tough to win. Because 89th minute Miyoshi, man, got the goal there. And yeah, Leverkusen, man, it's sad to see, man. I don't think they're going to win. Mainz 3, Dortmund 1. Mainz got the win. Mainz got that win at home, man. And guys, Dortmund, man, Emery Can cost them this game. And Mainz, man, good win for Mainz. And for Dortmund, man, defensively, they're so abysmal, man. So abysmal, so shocking. Dortmund, honestly, guys, on the road is garbage. They're basura on the road, guys. Dortmund is so shambolic on the road, guys. Because I'm sorry, how are you losing to? How are you getting destroyed by Mainz? And I know you guys did get a red card, and obviously red card did play a huge role. But like the thing is, Emery trying to center back is crazy. Emery trying to center back is crazy. And yeah, Dortmund just abysmal. Mainz capitalized, and Dortmund, man, they're not winning the league. I would be surprised if Dortmund win the league. And yeah, Dortmund are bums. That's what they are. St. Pauli nil. Bayern won. Bayern got the away win there. Bayern continued the unbeaten start. Musiala there with the goal there, 22nd minute. And yeah, Bayern just looked great defensively. Defensively, they were good. They should have scored more goals, but I think for Bayern, defensively, they were great. Upamecano, Kim, Guerrero, that was good. And yeah, Bayern just looked great. And we got to see more from Kane. We got to see, because I really do feel Bayern might be Musiala FC. Like Musiala is so important to this team with the goals he's scoring and everything. So I think Bayern's got this on the back. I think they're going to win the Bundesliga, and I think Kane will finally get his first trophy. Kane will finally get his first trophy, guys. You heard it here first. Kane's going to win the Bundesliga, and we'll be there to pop bottles. We'll be there to pop bottles, man. We'll be there to pop those bottles down. We're going to be there to pop those bottles down. And yeah, Bayern is going to win this league, guys. And yeah, I like Bayern does look great defensively. I think the only thing Bayern needs to do is to start scoring more goals, because Kane these last couple of games has been kind of underwhelming. But Kane's been scoring a lot, to be fair. So maybe I'm being harsh there. I don't think Bayern's Musiala FC, but Bayern, we need to see more offensively. I think for Bayern, we need to see more from offensively from Bayern for them to do this. And then I'll just quickly scroll through the other games. Werder Bremen 2, Holstein Kiel 1. Good result there for Werder Bremen. Leipzig 0, Gladbach 0. Leipzig disappointing. I mean, how do you tie it home to Gladbach is crazy. Augsburg 0, Hoffenheim 0. Good result there for Hoffenheim there on the road, although Hoffenheim needs to get some wins. And then this game was crazy, guys. This game was crazy because Frankfurt, Stuttgart almost did the impossible. Guys, Frankfurt almost blew a 3-0 lead against Stuttgart. Guys, I wish I watched this game, guys. I was too focused on the Chelsea game. I should have watched this game, man, because this was crazy, man. Frankfurt, man. Marmouche, man. What a free kick that was, man. Then Ekateke, man. Marmouche is so amazing for this team. Marmouche is balling out for this team, man. And Stuttgart, man, they're gonna feel so aggrieved that we could have maybe got a result in this game. We could have maybe got a result in this game, but they didn't. And yeah, Frankfurt, man, they just about sneaked through with a 3-2 win on the road. Yeah. It's crazy, man. It's crazy to see what happened to Stuttgart. Stuttgart defensively, man, not great. And Marmouche, man, so amazing, man. Marmouche, insane, man. The penalty miss there from Dimirovic. Then Christopher there with the offside goal in the end. So Frankfurt, man, you got to improve the defense, man. Frankfurt defensively are shaky, but offensively, they're very good. Very good, man. The Wolfsburg won 3-1 against Heidenheim on the road. So, yeah. Oh, yeah, did I check the La Liga table? Let me check the La Liga table real quick. I don't know if I did. Let me check the La Liga table real quick. I want to check that real quick. And then we'll get back to Bundesliga. So, Barca, 6 points clear of all the Real Madrid have a game in hand. Atletico Madrid, Villarreal. Okay, Villarreal looking good. Athletic Club, Osasuna, Real Betis, Real Sociedad, dang. Real de España, Valencia last. Although Valencia do have 2 games in hand, so Getafe, Las Palmas, Alves. Yeah, it's pretty standard. All right, let's go to the Bundesliga table, man. So Bayern first, Leipzig second, Frankfurt third, Leverkusen fourth. I think the top 4 is going to finish as it is. And I think Dortmund may have to go to Europa League. I think Dortmund may have to go to the Europa League. Then maybe Stuttgart gets 6. I don't know. That 5th to 6th is a bit tough. But I think the top 4 is pretty much settled. And Hoffenheim, man, in the relegation zone. Dang. They're close to relegation. So. So interesting. It's actually split. So a lot of people say that Barca is Yamal. It's like 50-50%. Let me do another poll for this one, guys. All right, let me read some of you guys' comments. 7 likes so far. Leverkusen are washed. They kept all their best players along, but have gotten worse. I think Leverkusen are washed up or found out. I don't think they're. I think it's just. I think the pressure's getting to them. I just don't think Leverkusen has. I just don't think the motivation is there. I think they're just starting to lose that motivation. Leverkusen pulled on them. Yeah, that Europa League final loss exposed them a bit. Emery trying to retire from football. Boy says, "Yo." Especially with Lookman dropping a 3-piece. Dortmund are useless. Bayern win the Bundesliga again. Bayern probably win this league season. Kane's been scoring a lot, to be fair. Musiala has been scoring a lot of headers this season. That is true. Leipzig are a waste of potential. Leipzig are also useless. Marmoush will win the Golden Boot. Marmoush or John Duran? I would say Marmoush is better. But John Duran's also really good too. And also another thing, why is John Duran not starting more games? Would you take Marmoush at Barca? Now that's actually an interesting one. Let's see at the end of the season, man. Let's see at the end of the season. I still feel like he's not Barca caliber just yet. But I mean, if he wins a Petici, then maybe. But let's see, man. Let's see. Gokers and Marmouche. Yeah, I think Gokers is better. Dortmund are having a hangover from that Champions League final loss. Gokers. Company is really going from being relegated with Burnley to win the Bundesliga at Bayern. I see. Yeah. Dang. All right, let's move to Serie A, man. Let's move to Serie A, which, in my opinion, guys, has the best title race in Europe's top 5 leagues. Serie A, man. We got a lot to discuss in Serie A. So we're at 47, 33. All right, actually, I think we're doing good on time, guys. I think we're doing good on time. So my goal is to do this around an hour and 15 minutes, I guess. So let's start with Serie A, man. Serie A time, man. Genoa won, Como won. Good result there for both teams there, I suppose. And yeah, so Genoa looking good. Lecce won. Empoli won. Crazy there. Parma there with the 2-1 win against Venezia on the road. And then Cagliari 3, Milan 3. Man, Milan are such a crazy team. Because this is a team that just went on to beat Real Madrid the Bernabeu. And then struggled to beat Cagliari on the road. I mean, this is Cagliari we're talking about, guys. I'm sorry that you can't be conceding this. And shout out to Cagliari, man. I think the last minute goal they scored was an amazing goal, man. Amazing goal there. And yeah, Milan are such a chaotic team, man. They're very shaky defensively. Offensively, they look good. And Leao's starting to, I think Leao's starting to pick up form now. But yeah, this is actually probably one of the games where Pulisic didn't really perform, guys. Pulisic was pretty mid in this game, guys, if I'm being honest with you guys. But yeah, Milan, man, they're not going to win the Serie A. I think it's bridged too far. I think their best hope is getting top 4. And yeah, defensively, they look very vulnerable. Very vulnerable defensively. Defensively, are very shaky. And yeah, so shout out to Cagliari for getting that draw there at home against Milan. What a back and forth game it was. It was a end-to-end game. Moving on, we got Juventus 2, Torino 0. I mean, this was expected. Juventus got the win there at home against Torino. I mean, you would expect that to happen. Torino away got the goal. The Yildiz got the goal. And yeah, for Juventus, man, it's a set, man. It's a good win for them. They continue the unbeaten streak. And yeah, for Torino, as I said, man, just not good enough on the day. I don't even think they only have one shot on target. And yeah, it's actually interesting. Atalanta 2, Udinese 1. Atalanta got that win there at home against Udinese. Atalanta, with a pretty dominant win, they had to come from behind, but they got the win there at home against Udinese. And then Fiorentina 3, Hellas Verona 1. Fiorentina, man, Moises Kean, man, he's balling out, man. Moises Kean is balling out, man. Moises Kean is looking fantastic. I've been so impressed with Fiorentina. Guys, Fiorentina looking so good this season. You have to give a lot of credit to the manager, Palladino, who's done amazing. And I just think Juventus, Fiorentina looking great, man. Fiorentina looking really, really good. I've been really impressed with them. And I think Fiorentina is a team that, because I was actually quite skeptical of Fiorentina at the beginning of the season. I was like, Fiorentina, they lost the Conference League final. Their manager left, Visazo Italiano left. And yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how Fiorentina do. Because I'm sorry, if Fiorentina manages to get top 4 this season, guys, it would be an incredible achievement because I don't think we've seen Fiorentina in the Champions League for quite some time. Actually, I want to actually do some research, guys. When was the last time Fiorentina made the Champions League? Let's actually look it up right here, guys. Fiorentina FC. When was the last time they made the Champions League? Because I'm actually quite interested because I actually don't know the top of my head. When did they last make the Champions League? It's been quite some time, I'm pretty sure. I don't think they have made in the recent years. So I actually just want to show you guys. I want to see if I can show you guys right here. So, history of Fiorentina. No, not there. Bro, where's the European football? Okay, maybe I need to search Fiorentina European football. Fiorentina and European football. So, the last time they made the Champions League was in 2010. They haven't made the Champions League since 2010. They haven't even made the Europa League since 2017. It's been that long. Fiorentina haven't been the Champions League for some time, guys. So if Fiorentina manages to get the Champions League, oh man, that would be an incredible achievement. I would love to see Fiorentina back in the Champions League. I haven't seen. So Fiorentina, man, that would be crazy, man. Crazy to see them back in the Champions League. So yeah, good to see Beltran's cooking as well. Moises Keane's looking good. Adley's looking good. Bove is looking good on player on loan. De Gea is looking good. De Gea got the assist there for the goal, which is crazy. And yeah, De Gea, man. And for Hellas Verona, man, not much to say. Roma 2, Bologna 3. Roma, man, frauds. Roma are bums. Roma are bums, man. And I'm done with this Roma team. I've given up on this Roma team. Now, I did hear news earlier today, guys, that George has been sacked. They have sacked George. Because I'm sorry to say, man, you can't be losing 3-2 at home to Bologna. Like, losing 3-2 at home, you can't be losing 3-2 at home to Bologna, man. You just can't. So, for Roma, as I said, man, it's actually quite shocking. It's actually quite shocking. Like, Bologna, man, it's just sad to see Roma, man. Roma, man, they're just so mismanaged. Because I'm sorry, this Roma team is good on paper. You have Endico, you have Dobrik, you have Kohn, you have Angelino, you have Mancini and Sule, and you got Shomordov. And you're telling me you can't even get a result against Bologna at home? And I'm sorry, this is a Bologna team that lost a lot of players. They lost Xerxes, they lost Calafori, like they lost Thiago Motta as well. Like, it's actually quite shocking. Like, I'm sorry, you can't be losing at home to Bologna. And so shout out to Bologna, man. Amazing result for them on the road. And for Roma, as I said, man, they need a new coach. I've been hearing rumors that Roberto Mancini might be the Roma coach. Guys, I'm telling you this right now, guys, Roberto Mancini ain't fixing this. Roberto Mancini is just not that guy. I mean, he failed to Saudi for crying out loud. And Roberto Mancini, I think he's a good cup manager, but he's not a good league manager. And Roma, it depends what you guys want. If you want to go for the league, okay, fair enough. But I think Mancini could maybe be good for them in the Europa League. But I think Roma, I mean, actually, you know what? I think maybe going to the Europa League is actually an easier route because I think the top four is almost settled. I think Napoli, Inter, Milan, and Juve is going to get top four. So maybe if they go the Europa League path, you know what? Mancini might be a decent option. But here's the thing. I still don't think Mancini is that guy. I don't think Mancini is the guy. But, I mean, he's better than Juric, but, I mean, that's not really saying much. And, yeah, I mean, for Roma, as I said, man, I think this season they're going to have to go all in for the Europa League because the league is done. Their league is done. They need to focus on the cup competition. They need to focus on the Europa League. They have to somehow get back to the Champions League. We haven't seen Roma back in the Champions League since 2018, guys. That's been the last time we've seen Roma in the Champions League. And I want to see Roma back, man. So we'll see what happens. And then Monza 0, Lazio 1. Lazio looking good. I can be honest, man. Marco Baroni's done an amazing job with this Lazio team. And Lazio, I honestly thought Lazio was another team that would struggle this season, without Ciro Immobile there, being one of their most key players. They let him go. And now they're looking good. They're looking good, man. Lazio is looking really good, man. Lazio is really looking really solid. I've been impressed with Lazio. And we'll see what Lazio can do, man. Because Lazio is a team I also thought, wouldn't have a good season. But they're looking good, man. That's 10 wins for them. I think they might be are they the most informed team in the league? I think they might be the most informed team in the league. Oh, no, they're not. That's actually Inter. Inter's the most informed. No, actually, sorry. Atalanta's the most informed, but the second probably. So, yeah. And the Inter won. Napoli won. Inter, man. This was a decent result. I think a draw is a fair result. Although that being said, though, Inter probably were going to be aggrieved they do win this game. What a goal that was for Scott McTominay. Ramari there with the assist. And yeah, McTominay's balling out, man. McTominay's balling out. And I'm going to say this right now, guys. If Antonio Conte gets Napoli to win a league title and his first season, that'll be an incredible achievement. That will be an incredible, incredible achievement if he does do that. Because Napoli have only won two. I think they've only won 2 league titles in their history. Or is it? Wait, let me just check. How many titles have they won in their history? Is it 2 or 3? 2 or 3. Let me actually quickly fact check this. How many league titles have Napoli won in their history? Oh, it's 3. Sorry, 3. 3 titles in history. If Antonio Conte gets Napoli to win a league title, the 4th ever league title in their history, that's an amazing achievement. Because the Napoli team is looking good. McTominay's looking good. Lukaku's looking good. And Napoli, man, they had chances, man. Do you guys remember they had a last-minute chance to win the game? I think it was Gio Simeone. He should have scored that chance right at the end, man. He should have scored that chance right at the end. And that's for Inter, man. Inter look good, man. Inter are very good defensively. Defensively, they're very good. And Napoli's also very good defensively, too. What a goal that was from Cialanoglu, man. Great goal there from Cialanoglu. Then there was a penalty, which in my opinion wasn't a penalty, which is, I guess, kind of justified in the way that penalty wasn't, I guess the penalty was missed. And yeah, I think for Inter, man, it's looking good to see, man. But Lautaro, man, he needs to improve his goal score, man. Lautaro's been so underwhelming this season, man. Just Lautaro needs to start his goal scoring form, man. He's just not been that great. And yeah, so I think a draw is a fair result. And I'm interested to see what happens with Inter, man, because I still think Inter is the favorites to win the league title. But if Napoli do it, it'll be a great achievement, guys. And look at the table right here, guys. Look how close this is, guys. Look at 2nd to 5th are literally tied on 25 points. The top 6 have 20 or more points. Look how competitive it is. Let me just zoom this in for you guys. Wow. It's incredible, man. Incredible. I'm telling you this right now, guys. This is the most competitive league in this top 5 leagues. Most competitive league. Tell me another league that has this amount of teams tied closely on the same points. That is insanity. This title race could be an all-timer. Now, as much as I say that, though, realistically speaking, I think it's going to be Inter and Napoli and maybe Juventus. Those are 3 main contenders. I think Atalanta, Fiorentina, Lazio, as good as they have been so far this season, I think they're going to drop off. And these will be the 3 main contenders. But there's no other league that has like 3 main contenders. Because, I'm sorry, EPL, we're going to have 2. Bundesliga is looking like 1. La Liga is maybe like 2. Then Liga is going to be like 1. And so, yeah, like there's no other league in the top 5 leagues that has like 3 teams that could genuinely win the title genuinely win the title now. And I think it's going to be very interesting to see what happens. I'm very much looking forward to this one, guys. I need to watch more Serie A, man. I need to watch more Serie A. I'm going to try to watch more Serie A and do some more Serie A coverage for you guys on this channel. But yeah, it's going to be impressive, man. It's going to be amazing to see what happens, man. Amazing to see what happens. Let me read some of you guys' comments, man. Oh, we're at it. Where are we? Football's a weird sport. Company is really going from relegated with Burnley to win the Bundesliga Bayern. Yeah, what? That's like crazy. Like you go from all the way from last to first. Milan are washed. One time player Milan starting 11 is disgrace. Milan are even in the top 6. Fonseca should still be sacked. I think Fonseca, they're going to give him. The thing is, I don't think they should sack Fonseca yet. But if things don't go great and if they started like really on the verge of maybe not getting top 4, then yes. Because the thing is, there's not really many good coaches out there in the market. So, yeah. But yeah, Fonseca needs to probably still go. But, I mean, who's Milan going to replace him with? What's up, guys? Spooky says. Milan are definitely out of the title race. Juventus are also out of the title race. Okay, Milan are for sure out. Juventus, I'm not so sure yet. Juventus is only 1 point behind. Juventus is still on the same point. Juventus is only 1 point behind Tari, and they haven't lost a game yet, so I wouldn't count on Juve just yet. What leagues you talked about already, AD? You can check in the timestamps. But we already discussed EPL, La Liga, and Bundesliga. So we'll do Liga after this. So then I want to talk about the Benfica Porto game, and then we'll probably wrap it up. You agree with Michael that Francisco isn't that guy, and Emerson is good enough for Milan? Yeah, I agree. Yeah, but I agree with both statements. You're not allowed to win Serie A. Nope. Roundbug. Yep. Keane too good. Long only have one Italian player in Sterling was disgraced. Moises Batistuta. He's mine as AC Milan anymore, man. If Fiorentina had Keane in the Conference League final last, they might have won it. They're too woke. Fiorentina plays lovely football. Keane is Italy's best striker. Shout out my boy De Gea. This result doesn't surprise me. What was the point of Roma signing Dobrik and Sule? Is Dobrik a one-season wonder? Potentially. I feel sorry for the other goalkeeper they have. Del Rossi laughing his butt off. Sorry, lol. We're will finish 7th. He's lost his place despite being started literally because of how great De Gea is. Roberto Mancini's washed out. Okay. He used to be a great league manager, but not anymore. I agree. Roma should get him. Winning the Europa League is a guarantee. Wasn't it 2019? I've let you go back. No, I think it was 2018, 2019. Well, I mean, you get the point, man. You get the point. I guess 2019 officially, but I was meaning the 2018 season. I've let you go back to being a top dog. Like they were late 90s, early 2000s. I can't believe Chalmers missed his penalty. Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention this. That was the first time he missed a penalty in his entire career for Inter. So he should have scored that chance at the end. Yeah, he should have. I think the Serie A Tigers will be one of these two teams. Should be deal well versus Lukaku. Michael's right. The Serie A is getting interesting. Bogorno is getting very good. Probably say his name wrong. Bro class as well. Scotch Maradona balling out. Hey, man, respect Maradona, man. Respect Maradona, man. McTominay is not on the level of Maradona. But yeah, anyways, get the likes up, man. I have to get the likes up. Let's see how many likes we're on. We're at 10 likes, man. We reached the 10. We reached the 10 likes, man. 10 likes. So, yeah. All right, I think we're gonna move on to the next league, and so you can see whether Milan, Bologna, Udinese. I mean, this league is very competitive, man. Like it's very competitive. It's very tight, man. Very, very close. Very, very close. All right, guys, let's move on to the Ligue 1, man. Everyone's favorite league, guys. Ligue 1. I don't think there's really much to discuss with Ligue 1. But oh yeah, I want to actually talk about Auxerre, man. Auxerre. Marseille, man. You bums. How are we losing to Auxerre at home? And shout out to Auxerre, man. Auxerre actually in the top 5 as we speak. Is absolute insanity. Auxerre, their 3-1 win against Marseille on the road. Fantastic result for Auxerre. And yeah, man, if Auxerre gets European football, that'll be amazing achievement because I don't think they, I think they aren't they like a newly promoted team? I mean, let me just quickly check. Yes. Oh my geez. They just got newly promoted and they weren't even in the league last season. And they're actually in, well, actually they're 9th right now, but that's crazy. That's insanity, man. Auxerre, man. Shout out to Auxerre, man. I mean, that's amazing to do on their thing. But yeah, Auxerre, man, looking good. Round 11. Then we got Monaco winning 3-1 against Strasbourg. Looking good for Monaco there with an away win. And yeah. Then Lens 3-2 against Nantes. PSG 4, Angers 2. Nice 2, Lille 2. Good result there for Nice, I suppose. Le Havre 0-3, Reims. Montpellier 3, Stade Brest 1. At Rennes 0, Toulouse 2. And Lyon 1, Saint Etienne 0. So, yeah, you can see right there, man. PSG should win this league. They have a 6-point margin, guys. I mean, if PSG don't win the league, guys, we'll be there for the cookout. And PSG, man, you better not be the only French team not to finish the top 24. Because I'm sorry to say, PSG, if Lille and Monaco and Stade Brest finish the top 24 and you're not in the 24, you have to give up that Ligue 1 title. I'm sorry. I'm stripping that Ligue 1 title. I'm stripping the Ligue 1 title. You cannot be outside the top 24 and your other French teams make it through. That would be so embarrassing, guys. That would be so embarrassing. We're going to have an emergency stream that happens. If PSG do not make it to the next round of the Champions League, they're not going to playoffs, we're having an emergency stream on this channel. And I'm going to be cooking that LSG club, that fraudulent club, man. Fraudulent club. What happened? So PSG, man, you can get that Ligue 1 trophy, but you better finish the top 24. That's all I'm saying, man, for PSG, man. But yeah, not really much to speak of here, man. Pretty much straightforward routine. And yeah, so yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see what happens. But yeah, I think I'm gonna we're gonna wrap it up here soon, man. We're actually been pretty good on time, man. An hour and 5 minutes. So let's talk about some other. Let's look at the other leagues real quick, guys. I actually want to talk about this game real quick. Benfica versus Porto, and let me just tell my my good friend of mine's, Matt's football channel, that we're about to talk about this game. And I think I think this will be the last game we'll discuss, and we're gonna round off. So let me get that timestamp. All right. All right. So let me actually just give me a few seconds, guys. Let me tell Matt we're about to discuss this game. So, let me read your guys' comments. No, relax, joke low. Ligue 1 so mid, for real. Who cares about Ligue 1? I stopped watching a long time ago. And I said Marseille win the Ligue 1. Just compete the Ligue 1 title now. Milan are like Pac-Man, where they used to be popular and back in the day, but both are washed now. Is Sporting still undefeated? Yes, they are. Sporting is undefeated. In fact, they did a crazy comeback, Pookie. Sporting did a comeback. I think it was from 2-0 down against Braga on the road, and they won 4-2 at Ruben Amorim's last game in charge. Oh, yeah, so I also forgot to mention, man, Ruben Amorim is going to be leaving Sporting. But yeah, we'll see how Sporting do. But yeah, I mean, Mass Club getting battered. Yes, probably. Benfica, nice. I'm really Sporting mid-season, such a stupid reason. Yeah, Benfica, man. They balled out, man. Balled out. I mean, I didn't watch this game, guys, because I was focused on other games. But I'm just going to go by the result, man. I'm just going to go by the result. Huge win. Huge win for Benfica. Fernandes scored. Di Maria there with the brace. Paris with the own goal. Amardine got the goal there. And yeah, Porto, man, just were not great. They were very, very shocking. Very, very sad to see. And Porto just got absolutely decimated. Benfica, man. Di Maria, man, balled out. Di Maria is the guy that stole the headlines. And yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see what Di Maria does, man. It's gonna be interesting to see what Di Maria does. And Varela also wasn't great, man. Gave away the penalty there. And yeah, Benfica, man, the huge win for Benfica. And for Porto, as I said, man, it's a demolition, man. Let me just show you the guys' stats right here, man. Oh my jeez. Benfica had 16 shots and 7 on target. Porto with 8 shots, 3 on target. And yeah, Porto absolutely got destroyed. Porto got absolutely destroyed there indeed. So I think that about wraps it up for today, guys. Not really much to speak more of. We can actually look at the other leagues, I guess, real quick. Let's just look at the other leagues real quick while we're at it. So I'm gonna check on Scottish League, man. I'm gonna check. Is Aberdeen still unbeaten? Let's see. Is Aberdeen still unbeaten? Let's see. I just want to check the other leagues real quick. Aberdeen is still unbeaten, guys. Aberdeen is still unbeaten. So that's good to see. And the Ajax, how did Ajax do in the weekend? Ajax, let's see. Ajax, they played against 20 today. I think they got a draw there. Yeah, 2-2 draw on the road, a comeback there. No, it wasn't a comeback, but they got the draw there. PSV and Utrecht. Utrecht a second is crazy. Wow, Utrecht a second is madness. Ajax third, Feyenoord fourth as well. 20. I mean, guys, the Eredivisie, man, the top 5 is looking very competitive. Very, very competitive. And AZ Alkmaar 6 is crazy. Wow. And then how's Galatasaray doing, man? Galatasaray doing there? Galatasaray in the table, man. How are they doing? Still unbeaten, man. Fenerbahce, man, 5 points behind. It's looking rough for Fenerbahce, man. Then I want to check the Austrian league, man. How's the Austrian league doing? We got Red Bull Salzburg. How's RB Salzburg doing? Are they top of the table? Let's see. Dang, they're 4th. Wow. Sturm Graz is doing better. Rapid Vienna, Austria, Vienna, and dang, Salzburg are fourth. It's crazy. I never thought I'd see Salzburg this bad in the Austrian league. I never thought I'd see this day, man. That's crazy, man. That league is this league. And then let's see Croatia league. I want to check on Dinamo Zagreb. I heard Dinamo Zagreb's not doing well in their own league. Dinamo Zagreb. What's going on there? Dinamo Zagreb. Wow. Dinamo Zagreb aren't even top of their own league. Dang, they're actually struggling, man. Dinamo Zagreb is actually struggling, man. That's actually crazy. Dinamo Zagreb not looking great. And then I want to see on PAOK. How's PAOK doing? How are they doing in the Greece league? I'm not going to check all the leagues, obviously, but I just want to look at the notable ones. Dang, PAOK's not even doing well. And Eris. Wow. Bro, Eris. They're actually top of the league. Wow, I did not even know this. This is a madness. AK Athens, Olympiacos. Dang, the Greece League is looking good, man. Greece League might be the best title race. It might be a very good one, man. Dang, that's actually crazy, man. I want to look at Belgium real quick, then I guess we'll wrap it up. Belgium League. Genk. Olympiacos. Genk. How's Genk doing? Genk doing the Belgium League. Okay, the Belgium League is looking good. Genk, Antwerp, and Anderlecht. And Club, wait, Club Brugge third. Okay, so it's actually pretty interesting. So, man, Genk might run away with the title. But yeah, anyways, I think we're going to wrap it up here, guys. We just looked at some other leagues, so I'm just going to read some of you guys' final comments, and then we're round up. Ligue 1, man. I'm loving it. Our leaving Sporting mid-season is a stupid decision. Dang, against my favorite Portuguese team. I hope I can watch Portuguese League one day. I'm loving it. Porto falling up recently. 4-1. Crazy. Ligue 1 dipping towards Saudi. Pro League Scottish Premiership levels of mediocrity. No, I think it's a bridge too far, Anchor. Let's not be disrespectful. Spooky says check Norway. Okay, yeah, actually, let's check Norway. Norway's a good show. Let's check that real quick. Bodo Glimt. How are they doing the wow, Braun is top of the league. Oh my geez, Braun is top. 58 points. Too far. Stream is good. Too far. 11 likes so far. That's great. Mourinho must regret going to Fenerbahce. That league is a mess. Just like Matt's been a lot. Oh, let's respect Matt's. Let's respect Matt's. I can't believe he said Ramos was a world class. Vizzy, Poppy, Salzburg. What happened to Olympiacos? I know, right, Terry? Check Norway. That still irks me. I'm used to Sergio Ramos disrespect. Oh, wow. That's interesting, man. Interesting. Anyways, I think we're gonna wrap it up here, man. An hour and 13 minutes. We just looked at some of the other leagues. I think I'll just merge this one together. Actually, I think I'll just merge the other leagues and the Ligue 1 together. So, guys, let me just give you guys a schedule. Let me just tell you guys what's going on. So, tomorrow, guys, there'll be a video for you guys for the Q&A, guys. Answer you guys' questions. I did a video already for the members. So the members get an early day access, and then tomorrow you guys will see it. Then Wednesday, I'm going to be dropping my league recap video. I'll probably do like the top 4 leagues, maybe do the 5th leagues, and do some of the big ones. Maybe I'll do something like that. I think I'll just do the top 4 leagues. I won't do top 5, I suppose. And then next week we'll have our international. And I think this time around for the international one, I'm just going to merge all of them together in one video. So we'll merge the AFCON qualifiers, the World Cup qualifiers, Asia and South America, and just combine all that together. Make that one big video next week. And then I'm thinking about maybe doing a tier list, guys. Maybe doing a tier list video, so potentially. Maybe I'll do it next week when club football is about to return. So, yeah, maybe I'll do something like that, guys. Maybe, you know what, guys? I have a cool idea, guys. Maybe next week I'll do a Europa League tier list, ranking which teams I think could actually win the Europa League, which teams could go on to do. And I've already done a Champions League one kind of already for the members only. So I'll do a Europa League one for the non-members. Maybe I'll do something like that. But maybe sometime next week I'll do it. So I don't know. Those are subject to change, and yeah, it'll be interesting to see what happens. But yeah, I'm thinking about doing a Europa League one, guys. I think the Europa League one will be cool to do. Since a lot of people aren't discussed about the Europa League, and Champions League is more discussed about. So, anyways, hope you guys did enjoy this video, guys. Remember, guys, to like and subscribe. Let me end this poll. So you guys are saying Bayern will win the league, and yeah, like I said, guys, it's going to be interesting to see what happens. Indeed, so right, 11 likes, man, 11 likes, and yeah, I think it's gonna be good to see, man. So I hope you guys did enjoy today's stream. And yeah, like I said, guys, I'll see you guys later, man. Remember, guys, to like and subscribe, and peace out. Actually, let me read some guys' comments. I can resist. Cheers, dude. I hate this interruption break. Good night. All right, good night to you, Tari. Peace, man. Peace.